It was just past 7 a.m. when the tall glass doors of Lexington Enterprises swung open and Maria stepped inside. She wore her usual plain blue uniform, her shoes slightly worn from years of work, and carried her cleaning supplies with quiet dignity. No one greeted her, no one ever did. To most in the building, she was invisible, just the cleaning lady as she walked past the sleek marble lobby. The early morning executives rushed by her like a current around a rock, never looking down, but Maria didn't mind. She had a job to do, and she did it well. On the 27th floor, the CEO's office always came last, not because she was lazy, but because she took extra care to make it sparkle. She remembered when this company was just a small startup in an old rented building. She'd been hired then, too. Only a few people knew the truth, that Maria wasn't just any cleaning lady. But today was different. She was wiping the conference table, humming softly to herself when heavy footsteps approached. The door burst open. "Who told you to clean in here now?" barked a man's voice. It was Julian Crane, the new interim CEO, young, arrogant, and painfully unaware of his surroundings. "I'm almost done, sir," Maria replied calmly. Julian scowled, a paper cup of milk in his hand. "I don't care. You people always do this, show up, get in the way, act like you matter. You don't." Before Maria could respond, he suddenly raised the cup and poured the milk over her head. She froze. The cold liquid dripped down her face, her uniform soaked. For a moment, the room was deathly silent, except for the ticking of the modern wall clock. Julian scoffed, smug and satisfied. "Maybe now you'll learn your place." Maria slowly set the rag down. Fury she had buried long ago. She looked him dead in the eye. Calm, composed. "You shouldn't have done that," she said. "Oh, really?" he sneered. "And what are you going to do?" cried HR. She reached into her pocket and pulled out a small gleaming badge, the logo. "Read, Lexington Enterprises, founding partner." Julian's smile vanished. His eyes darted from the badge to her face, suddenly searching, recognizing. "My name is Maria Alvarez Lexington," she said firmly. "I co-founded this company with my late husband, Richard Lexington. I've spent the last few years observing things from the ground level. Do you know why? Because you can't fix a company by looking down from the top. You fix it by understanding every layer, every person." Julian's mouth opened, then shut. He staggered back like he'd been punched. I didn't know." "No, you didn't because you don't look. You just step on people. You think title gives you power, but character is what earns it." Security entered moments later. Summoned by the building's AI system after detecting the altercation, Maria simply turned to them and said, "Escort Mr. Crane out. He no longer works here." They obeyed without hesitation. As Julian was led away, soaked in the shame of his own arrogance, the staff began to gather, whispers turning into stunned silence. For the first time, they really looked at the woman in blue, and they saw her not as a cleaner, but as a leader. That afternoon, Maria stood in front of the entire staff. "No one in this company," she said, "is invisible. Not the janitors, not the assistants, not even the interns. Respect is not optional, it's the foundation of everything." From that day forward, Lexington Enterprises changed not because of a memo, but because the truth had walked its own halls in silence. Until it had to speak, and it spoke loud and clear.